My name is Brendan Dipple. My wife Janne and I operate Bare Essentials Quality Vegetables here in the Lockyer Valley. It's a 70-acre property. It's basically just a big commercial rectangle. We grow salad vegetables. We had to go with stuff that was more intensive, things like shallots and spinach and silver beet. It just depends on what people want to eat each week, I suppose.
We supply mainly to Brisbane markets, who then sell onto your local greengrocers, restaurateurs around Brisbane. We also supply processors, and they may repackage into other branding. I think the great thing about farming is the diversity, because there's so many different kinds of farmings and all of them have their own set of advantages and disadvantages and opportunities.
We've been underwater 5 times in the last 2 years. It's killed everything every time. The weather we've got to deal with is a norm. I see that as a consistency that none of us can get away from. It's not just the farmer's problem, it's a community problem. We had that horrible bushfire season where it was too hot to grow anything. Obviously it was terribly dry, so we're using salty water, which makes the quality hard to achieve. Literally slid out of that dry and straight into rain, and it was so drastic, that shift. We lost a lot of country in that because it still wasn't stable from the dry.
So it's not just about the event, it's about the weather that follows it as well.
Yeah. The soil doesn't get over it tomorrow, it lingers on for years.
Rural Aid is just about helping the farmer, and that's what I love most about them. They're there for a farmer when they need. I feel like it's a lifeline that hasn't always been there for farmers. There's an opportunity to put your hand up and say, we need some help, and they're more than happy to be there to help them.
With parsley, which is one of our bigger crops, it's more like a 4-month turnaround before we're going to be able to get anything off it. We get a backup on that because we might get 2 or 3 picks off that crop. When we plant shallots, we expect that they'll be back to harvest by about 10 weeks.
I think one of the main things to understand about farming, and to really remember that it is primary production. This is where things start from. Without farming, there's so many things you don't have after it. Even for the people that work between farming and your table, the people that look after the food, the businesses that are involved, it's a really, really big machine. There's a lot of people whose livelihoods are part of it, not just the people working on the farm. Rural Aid plays a very large part in everyone's life, whether you're on farm or not, because sometimes life on farm just gets tough, and Rural Aid are the people that are there for us.
Supporting Aussie farmers, I think there's this great opportunity to do so on Mates Day with Rural Aid. The opportunity to stop and realise exactly what they do for us. If you've got ties to agriculture, that's great, but if you don't, I think it's just this opportunity to be able to donate and help our mates in the bush and thank them because they do something for us every single day by putting food on our table.